What's key to this is that if the emotional brain gets an over-arousal, guess what happens? Alert. It will shut down the thinking part of your brain. This is when people say, gee, I don't know what happened. I had rehearsed, but I forgot. I went completely blank because the emotional system was an over-arousal. And what happens is almost like it steps on or cuts out the thinking part of your brain. So therefore, it is really important to get the thinking part of the brain and the emotional part of the brain to work together in partnership. So you may say, Marsha, that sounds pretty hard to do. How do I do it? Well, guess what? When I see a problem, I like to come up with a solution. So I've developed a simple 3-part system that all of you are welcome to use. So when you feel that surge of emotion coming on, you know how to just stop it right there, cut it off at the pass. So I want everybody to repeat with me the first step. As soon as you feel that surge of emotion, and you have a very small window of veto power, I want you to say out loud, and everybody, stop. Stop. The next thing you say is emotions down. Emotions down. Thinking up. Okay, let's all do that again. Stop. Emotions down. Thinking up. So as an example of how I use this, I work out of my home office. So let's say as an example, my computer froze. It was first thing in the morning. I had a full office day. I used to break out in a sweat. I'm shaking. I'm hyperventilating. And I'm getting myself in a state. This is no good. I'm letting the emotional brain get out of control. But now that I've learned this information and developed this system, I literally, even though I'm alone there, I go, stop, emotions down, thinking up. Okay, thinking brain, what can we do? Why don't we try rebooting? Great idea. Sure enough, reboot, everything's fine. So here's another very important thing you need to know. Once you've done this several times, I didn't have to think about that. I didn't even have to say it out loud because it went into another important part of our brain called the basal ganglia. And you might say, Marsha, what is that? That's the part of the brain that was driving your car when you were on the highway and you were so deep in thought that you missed your exit. Can you remember that and go, oh my gosh, how did I get here? Who was driving my car? Well, I was deep in thought. It was your basal ganglia. What is the basal ganglia? It's the part of the brain that controls all of our learned routine behaviors. Otherwise, can you imagine what a struggle it would be even to get to this luncheon today? You had to rethink everything in your day from how to get out of bed to how to get dressed to how to brush your teeth. So it's a nice large storage place, but we need to practice these things more often so it will go into the basal ganglia. Isn't this cool stuff?